It's Kody Mac from Wind 98.5 and getting ready for the Battle Creek Field of Flight Air Show and Balloon Festival this week. The U.S. Air Force Thunderbirds are coming to town. Here with Sergeant Stein here at the Battle Creek Recruitment Office. Welcome. And thank you, man. I appreciate you letting me come in here and talk with you. What we're doing is just getting people excited about the Thunderbirds and have them come to town. So let's talk a little bit about what it takes to get up to that level. It's a long process. So after you come in and get recruited, what happens?
Sure. Well, step one obviously is to talk with me. Once you do that, we get sent up to the military entrance processing station. Ours is in Lansing, Michigan. They go up there, they take their ASVAB test, which is an aptitude test to find out what they qualify for in the Air Force. After that, they book a list of jobs that they qualify for, and then they wait on a job to go to basic training. From then, it's a waiting game. They sit with me and they prepare once a month. We do physical fitness, different things for the community, like Adopt Highway, picking up stuff for the highway. Just mentally and physically prepare them for what basic training entails. And then once their ship date comes, they head out to basic training, Lackland Air Force Base, San Antonio, Texas.
Know San Antonio, Texas real well. Been down there. My sister's actually a school teacher on the base.
Oh, great.
But now let's talk a little bit about the basic training. I mean, obviously it's going to be a little different from all your other branches of the military. What all kind of training are we looking for?
Sure. In a nutshell, it's an 8.5-week course. That first half week, it's a lot of in-processing. They have to get into the system, get their ID cards, get their haircut, all that good stuff. From then, it's a lot of physical fitness, 6 days a week, a mix between calisthenics, cardio, stuff like that. Try to prepare them to Air Force standards. They also learn different marching techniques, prepare for graduation. We send them out to a week course called Beast Week. It's a great facility down at Lackland Air Force Base. They do field training exercises, pretty much it's airman run. They run it all by themselves for the entire week, gives them a sense of entitlement, shows that what they've been doing really means something, and then when they come back, it's pretty much graduation time. They get settled for graduation, do the ceremony, and then they prepare for their life in the Air Force.
And that could be a very long life. I know several people that have been in it for 15, 20 years. And how long have you been in the service?
I've been in for over 9 years now.
9 years. Yes. Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
So now you got the job as a recruiter. Let's talk about how you get your jobs once you get through with basic training.
Sure. Well, before they leave for basic training, they book a contract, and that comes with a job. And once they get past basic training, that's when they start their technical school. Is what we call it. Cool thing about that is it's like a college environment. They go to learn their job and their skill trade. And while they're doing that, that's all college accredited through the Air Force.
Very nice.
So not only are they earning college credits, but they're learning the trade that's going to propel them in their Air Force career and possibly civilian down the line as well.
Know somebody that's doing that right now. Met him down in Texas. He's up working at Denso now, something that he has worked with the Air Force for the past several years. So now whenever you're taking the jobs, how's that whenever it's going to be a pilot? So you were saying earlier there's only 4% of those in the Air Force are actually pilots. How do you get into that side of things?
Well, there's a couple different ways. First of all, you have to become an officer in order to be a pilot.
Okay.
But the pilots go through obviously rigorous training in order to fly a plane. They also attend officer training school in order to become the officer in the first place. Once they attend their training for becoming a pilot, they go to several different training schools and training simulations, flying planes to get up and ready for what they need to do for their actual job. Physical fitness is a must, obviously, for being up in high altitude.
You know, that G-force, man.
That's right, that's right. So physical fitness and education is the biggest part of becoming an officer in the Air Force and potentially becoming a pilot. So especially when it comes to the Thunderbirds, which will be out here this weekend at the Battle Creek Field of Flight Balloon Festival and Air Show. So they're top-of-the-line pilots and the best demonstration team in the world. So
and they don't call them the elite squadron for nothing.
That's right.
So now, those guys, what kind of activities do they have to do? Obviously, they're constantly working on the planes and training with that, but you're talking about the physical fitness. What are they doing to stay fit?
Well, from the basic standpoint, from when we started basic training, like we said, a lot of calisthenics, a lot of cardio. They have to make sure that they're fit to fight. And in order to do that, the regimen that they go through is just, it's intense. They have to make sure that not only is their cardio up to date so they can breathe properly at high altitudes, but they also need to make sure they have the strength in order to control that plane. It's a pretty big piece of machine, so they need to make sure they have the strength in order to do that. So you started basic training with push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups, cardio, and then you just go from there and increase your workouts as you go in your career.
Yeah, don't think I'm going to be doing that anytime soon, but that's awesome. I'm so glad that you're able to sit here and talk with us. Thunderbirds coming to town. It's going to be a blast. You're going to be out there, of course.
I'll be out there, yes.
Is it going to have a tent and everything set up?
You know what? We'll actually have a Air Force National Asset out there this weekend. Feel free, kids, adults are welcome as well. It's a simulation. They sit in there. It's sort of like a ride, and you get to see a couple different aspects of Air Force jobs, all the way from flying in a C-17 all the way to dropping into the battlefield as a battlefield airman. So it's a pretty cool thing to come and do, and it's free.
Hey, there you go. Make sure you come on out and see us. It's at W.K. Kellogg Airport this weekend with Battle Creek Field of Flight Air Show and Balloon Festival and the United States Air Force. Thank you so much,
Thanks,
Sergeant
Kody.
Stein.